Good morning. I'm Gianni the Greek coming to you live straight from Las Vegas. It's Monday, June the 17th. Nice new week ahead. We got some Major League Baseball. We got NBA action as well. And I got some premium plays to share with you. But like we always do, we always look back before we move forward. LA Angels cost us nice profit yesterday. We bet that one 4 different ways. Money line, run line, first 5. Money line, run line for the game. That didn't get there, but we did the same thing with Boston. That did get there. That's what we've been doing. When we find that position, we unload. That's what had us finish number 1 in Major League Baseball profit last season, and that's what's allowed us to profit like we have over Major League Baseball the last decade. I'm not going to change that up. When we bet a game that many ways, I'm going to continue betting it that many ways. I manage my risk correctly, so I don't worry about the short-term results, as bad as they may appear. With that said, let's take a look. I never want to move forward before looking back. Transparency first and foremost. Now, we know we got crushed last week over the last 7 days. Yeah, lost about 34 units. Now, we bet 0.25, so that's about 9 units of profit lost, clear profit lost there. Not a good sign, but a minus 10% ROI. That's not sustainable. We're going to turn that around. And like I always say, when in doubt, zoom out. And over the last 365, we're still up about 100 units, up over that 1+% ROI, which is what you can expect over 3,000 plus bets. That's what the results look for a plus CV professional sports bettor. And as long as you have volume and manage risk correctly, you're going to turn a nice profit year in and year out, as long as you have access to winning information, which obviously we do. Now, with that out of the way, no reason to waste time. We could dive right in. You know who I like tonight, who I need tonight. I need the Boston Celtics to get it over with. I got them for the series, 5% play, 1.25% of bankroll on the Celtics. Hope they get it done tonight at home, but not a game I'm really interested in getting involved in. In fact, gun the head, I'd probably take the points with the Mavericks. It may open up a play for us on the Mavericks, almost like a middle/hedge. We take the points with the Mavericks. Boston wins the game. We cash that 5%. Boston wins by 1-6. We cash both tickets. Boston doesn't win. We win that Mavs ticket and are still alive for the series. So you're in the driver's seat when you have that much equity like we do in a series bet, and they're already up 3-1. Now, in Major League Baseball, here's what I could give you so far. Another total where we bet both first 5 in the game. Chicago Cubs, San Francisco Giants went over 9.5, over 10. I released the subscribers at over 10, and we also went over 5 in the first inning, laid up the minus 120, 125 for that mine over 5. So that's over 10 premium play. Cubs San Fran, 3% play. Over 5, Cubs San Fran, 3% play. Going to throw 4% play at you too to start the week. Why not? 1% of bankroll. We're going to go the under 7.5. Miami St. Louis, under 7.5. Miami St. Louis, minus 125. If you get 7, because 7 is a key number, if you're going to piggyback, I'd probably go to 3%, especially if you're not getting good plus money. If you're getting plus 105, I think you could bet a whole 4%, but anything less than plus 105 or better, I would lower that to 3%, as a percentage of the value has been extracted. Now, gave you Miami, St. Louis under the 4% play, gave you 2 3% plays. Over 10 Cubs, San Fran, over 5 Cubs, San Fran. Now, we don't have many questions. You guys haven't left comments. I don't know. Maybe we're getting bored of doing this, because do me a favor, go down, smash that like button. That's all it takes. Hit the like button, a little sharing, a little comments, a few questions. We don't even have one now. The only main question I got today was by my man, Neil. Thank you, sir. He says, during your years coming up in the biz, what has been the hardest lesson for you to learn and accept? Losing. It's simple. It's what stopped most even profitable sports bettors from being profitable, meaning guys with the ability to be profitable, plus EV bettors, from actually turning that plus EV ability into cash. Almost like I say about card counting. I could teach anyone that could add, subtract, multiply, and divide how to count cards. But can they survive the fluctuations? Because if you think sports betting swings are crazy, dude, deal with sports blackjack swings. You're talking about 200 hands an hour. You're going to see some violent swings over that hour, let alone over days, weeks, and months. So you got to be mentally tough, mentally prepared to stick to the program, no matter how bad things get, how good things get. You have to be so robotic. And that took me a while to learn. I just didn't want to lose. I wanted to break even. I wanted to get back to even. It was kind of like not leave the casino until you get back to even. And you know what happens? You end up losing everything. You don't get back to even. That's the goal. That's the key. Excuse me. That's been the hardest lesson. And I think for everyone, because even when you establish money management and a proper blueprint, it's following it when you are losing. It's easy to follow it when you're winning. Sure, we all do the right things. When we're winning, everything's good. Things are fine. Everything's easy. But when things aren't good, when things are going bad, then can you do the right things? Then can you keep your composure? Then can you stay the course when shit hits the fan? That's when most panic. That's when most get emotional. When we get emotional, when we panic, that's when we make our biggest errors, biggest mistakes. And it happens to all sports bettors. Most of the holes that have been dug could have been covered up a lot sooner. Most guys that lost a shitload of money could have just lost a little bit of money if they would have just covered up that hole and let it go. Instead, they chased it. They chased it. They chased it. And a small hole became a huge hole. Come on, you've been there. I've been there. We've all been there, where we could have ended it sooner and caused ourselves a lot less grief and pain. We chased. And more times than not, we know how that turned out. Sure, there's those times the miracle happened. We cashed that parlay. We got added a hole. But more times than not, we know how this turns out. So that's going to do it for Monday's action. I hope we start off with a nice winning week, continue to grind forward. We're in June already. Got about 6 full months. So most of the action is still ahead, especially with football coming up. Guys, have a great day. Enjoy the games and do some damage.